Hannah. So, like I said, my name is Josh Behning. I'm a senior from Crystal Lake, Illinois, and for all you Minnesotans, yes, the S is silent. I had to correct enough of you while I was here. But the main reason why I chose SMSU is my family is originally from Minnesota. My grandma grew up in Slayton, my mom grew up in Prior Lake, and my dad grew up in Bloomington. My dad's work moved him to the Chicagoland suburbs back before I was born, so I had to grow up in Illinois, away from my family, and I kind of wanted to come back to where all my in-laws are from and just get to know them and get to know the great state of Minnesota. So that's why I picked Minnesota as a state I knew I wanted to go to school for. And once I picked my state, it was kind of narrowed down to Division II schools because I'm a track athlete at this school, and I know I wasn't good enough to be at the U of M, but I still wanted to participate at the Division II level of sports. So I was looking at like Concordia, Mankato, St. Cloud, Bemidji, and my dad sent me this email like, hey, how about you check out Southwest Minnesota State University? And I was like, that's basically South Dakota. Like, I was so confused. I was like, all my family's in the north, on the east side of town. Why would I go to the west side? He's like, just check it out. You know, once we go, if you don't like it, you don't have to go back. And I was like, all right, cool. We went. This was the first school we went to because we kind of did a big loop. We went to 5 schools in 3 days and put about 2,000 miles in our vehicles as we were looking at schools up here. And I got here, and at the time, Nate Wolf was the head track coach, and really great guy. Just I didn't get to throw for him while I was here. And the hour that we talked about me, he talked about me as an individual. And I knew I wanted a coach that was going to treat me like an individual and not like just another athlete. So I was like, after we left, I was like, Dad, I don't know who's going to compete with this school because that coach was awesome. And he's like, yeah, and the price, they don't charge out-of-state tuition, so that's always a plus too. So my dad was happy because the out-of-state tuition was waived, and I was happy because I really enjoyed the track coach at the time. And so with that, like I said, my involvement at the school has been primarily track and field. Last year as a sophomore, I was blessed to earn all conference honors in both my academics and my athletic achievements. So that was a huge blessing of mine. I also, just this semester, started up the University Sportsman's Association Club again. That was down for a while. So with that, we've done 2 shoots out at Shooters, shooting sporting clays. So anyone out there who wants to shoot, come find me after and I'll get you hooked up. We had 30 kids come to our last shoot for the Super Bowl, so that was really encouraging and really exciting to see. One of the things I really enjoy about being at Marshall is my part-time job, because being a student athlete takes up so much time. I can only have a part-time job, is that I work at the campus call center. And the reason I love this job so much is I've been blessed with so many scholarships from this school. It's great to talk to those that are giving the scholarships and thank them personally, and just get to hear their story and just to hear how they had their experiences here at Southwest and be able to share with them. So it's really been a true blessing to have that job and call that my job. I look forward to going there every night when I get to work. I think one thing that sets Southwest apart from other universities, like Hannah was saying earlier, is the teachers we have here on campus. When I was thinking about colleges, when I was thinking about universities, I figured, like Hannah was saying, we're just going to be a number, just going to be someone who goes, turns in my grades, I'm the teacher's paychecks. And that's not been the case since I've been here. Almost all my professors have known me on a first-name basis, and I as well know them on a first-name basis. One professor I want to point out, which is the same as Hannah pointed out, is Professor Denise Goshner. What Hannah didn't say is she's originally from Jamaica, so her sassiness has that Jamaica feel to it, and she thinks it's crazy that I'm a redneck and that I love to hunt. And it's funny because she's like, "You eat that stuff, right?" And so over the semester, I have gotten her to try pheasant. And we're slowly working towards the more gamier meats like duck and deer. So hopefully by the time I graduate, I'll have Denise trying all the different local birds and animals that we can harvest down here in Southwest Minnesota. But there's a quote or a song for all you country singers out there by Tim McGraw called "Humble and Kind." And I really like this song because one of the verses in the song is where you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. And for me, there's a lot of people and a lot of different situations that have gotten to me to where I am today. And it's my joy to be able to be on the pedestal that I am and be able to give back to the community. Since I've been here for 3 years, track has given me a lot of opportunities to give back to Marshall, Minnesota. One of the things we do every fall is a highway cleanup. So as you're going out on 23 south of town, you'll see that SMSU track and field, or SMSU athletics has a section of the road that we clean. So last fall, for the last 3 years, I've been able to do that. As well as track and field has given me the opportunity to do Mustang Mail with the local elementary schools. And with that, we've been able to go over to the schools actually and play with the kids on the playground and read to them in their classrooms. And that's been a really fun and joyous opportunity for me. And probably one thing I enjoy the most about giving back is I go to church at Living Word Lutheran Church, and for the last 2 years, I've been a small group leader at the high school there. And being able to give back to those high school kids when college kids gave back to me when I was in high school has just been a real blessing. And just like I said in the song, being able to turn back around and help the next one in line has been a true blessing. And another way is being in the hunting community. I love helping out at any hunting events or any stuff like that that goes on in Southwest Minnesota State University. For instance, this fall, we had the governor's shoot here at Marshall. So being able to volunteer at that was a blast. That was actually where I met Stacy for the first time. And after chatting with her and picking on her a little bit during the banquet, she's like, hey, we've got this scholarship luncheon coming up in the spring. You want to come to it? And there's free food. And I was like, well, I'm a college kid, so free food, of course. And she's like, oh yeah, and by the way, I want you to speak. I got to go. So having her sneak that in there, I was thinking about it. I wasn't quite sure, but she convinced me, and obviously I'm here now. But one thing I really want to say is, so far I've been able to go through school debt-free. And these scholarships play a huge part in why that is possible. And thanks to these scholarships, they've helped me stay focused on the items I've listed above and just be involved in a wide range of activities. I don't think I could have such a diverse college experience and be able to get through school debt-free without these scholarships. So for all of you who have donated, I personally want to thank you. And your gifts are greatly appreciated by each and every one of the students here on campus. And on behalf of the student body, I thank you. And just to say that your gifts aren't going to nothing. We've been learning on return on investment in a couple of my classes. So your guys' return on investment for me is I'm blessed being a junior to look at internship opportunities. So I will have an internship this summer, at Titan Machinery in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, which I'm really looking forward to putting the stuff I've learned in my classes into practice, as well as learning from people who have so much more experience from me. And then for the future, like I said, I'm a big outdoors guy, so somehow I can correlate my marketing major with the outdoors. That would be a perfect life for me. So once again, thank you so much for everyone who's donated, and enjoy the rest of your night.